what's poppin', y'all? I told y'all someone was going to have to fold first, and it ended up being DDG in this saga of him versus Lil Rodney's son, a.k.a. Reggie. So the most recent clip where we had left off our coverage, DDG was trying to come for this individual being short when I don't think DDG's like the tallest guy, is he? Isn't he average height? Maybe slightly below average. What is he, like 5'9"? Maybe 5'10" max? There's no way DDG's taller than 5'10". But I'm going to play you guys this clip.
Hereditarily, he was born to lose. So he trying to figure out a way. Like, most short try to be funny. That's all he can resort to, because you're not going to the league. You're not doing anything athletically. All you can do is crack jokes. You can't fight, so you have to crack jokes. So I'm starting to give him a little bit more grace in that sense, because I'm like, damn, like, the low-key can't do nothing else. He gotta crack jokes. He's already mad at the world. He was born to be pissed. So I'm starting to, like, be more mature in that sense and really understand where this is coming from, because I'm like, damn, this is 5 foot, fun size.
This man, I feel like being short must be like some sort of curse, because what does being short have to do anything with this? Like, the guy was cracking jokes, and you can find can you find a tall person with the same personality as this Reggie guy? I don't know, but there are definitely like tall comedians, guys that do that type of content. So I felt like he was tweaking out, going in on that guy in the manner that he did for being short. It's like, damn, dog. But anyway, after this, he was talking about how, oh yeah, just a little, he's just going to extend this beef a little bit longer so he can get another $275K to be able to get some other foreign car that I will probably never purchase. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
But he posted me, tell him keep posting to his 1 million followers. Brother, that does nothing but promote me. I would never post you on my Instagram. It's never that deep. You're a Twitch check, that's it. YouTube too, that little clip. Call my clip as soon as I get off. That's another few bands for me. Add it up. So far, I think I made about. So far, I'm at like 25,000 off Reggie. So we got what? 275,000 to go. Then we going to the Lambo store.
Now, after this, well, what happens? A couple of things, one of which nobody really talked about. So first, I'm going to play you guys the clip, and this is where DDG folds. And I say it respectfully. So let me play you guys the clip, and then I'll give you some analysis on it.
I definitely 100% can be a man and say I got out of character. What I said about Reggie Pops was wrong. I'm not saying that because I didn't say anything on the internet. I'm not saying that because motherfuckers trying to chime in or whatever. I don't give a fuck if he dissed my brother that passed. I got out of my own character. That's something that I really don't do unless I'm really mad. But y'all know how I feel about what I'm going through right now. Nobody really knows what I go through mentally off camera or what I'm really dealing with. And when shit get piled up and you got little ass, ugly ass little studs. Now, I'm apologizing for what I said. It's still f you though, by the way. Still f you. And I still want to box you. All right? When I see you, we're going to have this conversation. I'm going to see you at some point. But as a man, I'm man enough to sit here and apologize for dissing your pops. Losing a father is something that I haven't experienced in my life. So I can only imagine how that feels to you. And I can be a man and say, I was definitely wrong for that. When it comes to...
Now, this is in reference to the clip where DDG put Lil Rodney's son, a.k.a. Reggie's father, that had passed away due to complications from a stroke, on his phone screen. And everybody started going in on it. They're like, yo, why'd you have to take it that far? That's kind of crazy that you're going that far off of music. This is like off of a guy saying your music sucks. That's just another level of sensitivity. But one thing that I've mentioned in previous videos in the past, and people don't believe, they're like, man, DDG not paying these pages? He just so lit that they covering him. Yeah, maybe that's the case now. But when DDG was first launching this whole streaming thing plan earlier in the year, he has relationships with these pages. They're making money with each other. He was paying them 1,000,000,000%. I can tell you that. Okay. What's the source? Sources trust me, bro. What the hell? Hey, act like I don't know what I'm talking about. But a good point to make is that these pages deleted a lot. If you look, try to find it through Twitter or X, Twitter X, you will have a hard time finding the clip of DDG showing the Reggie's father on his phone screen. It's actually very hard to find. Go look for it. So if DDG didn't have a strong relationship with these pages or tell them behind the scenes to remove it, why would they remove it? They're not going through random tweets and removing them unless it's like community guidelines, which that doesn't violate community guidelines for Twitter X. Like people have said a lot wilder stuff and they haven't gotten suspended on that platform. And it's not just one page that did it. It's many pages that did it, which means that DDG told them to remove this. And if he told them all to remove this, why would they just comply? Well, maybe they want to keep the relationship, but all of them are complying. It's because they're doing business together. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. And I actually do like the fact that DDG did that because it works for his image too. He's probably like, I don't want to look like this. But he was also the first person to apologize and say that he went too far. And it just goes to show you that this is a high level of maturity. Now, there is a business aspect to it of like, hey, he doesn't want to look terrible and he wants to mediate these relationships, mainly with Cenat because that guy's under Cenat. And this beef, like it escalated after DDG tried to hit up Cenat behind the scenes to cool it with Reggie. So DDG here is being the mature one on several different levels. In the beginning, before it escalated, and then when it escalated, he went crazy. He went really beyond below the belt. He went underground. And then he's the one that apologizes for having gone below the belt when he felt like, yo, if it's beef, we can go at anything. And now he's apologizing and making sure everything's all right again. And that's not the only person he apologizes to because Cenat gets dragged into this, of course, and he has to speak on it, which I don't know why he's surprised. And he goes crazy on it. So I'm going to play you guys that clip.
What, bro? I just spoke to that nigga, gang. Everything that nigga do, I'm not his dad's, bro. What my mother, I'm not holding his hands, bro. Word to everything I love, gang. I'm not holding his hands. I'm not going to tell you to stop doing some shit. I fuck with both sides. I'm telling y'all right now, gang. Stop mentioning me, please, bro.
You don't have to.
This annoying though, gang.
Listen, bro. Shit only got energy if you give it that, bro.
You right.
But listen.
But gang, this annoying because it's gang is niggas. Gang, I explained to that I spoke to both sides, bro. And it's annoying when just keep saying my shit, even I'm saying if is my man and see I'm trying to stay out shit, why do niggas keep mentioning me though, gang? That cause I feel like I'll be
why?
Cool.
You know why though? Because you nigga. You gotta understand this shit, bro. Just stay out of it. That ain't none of your business. You heard me?
That's what I'm trying to say.
But that ain't none of your business.
I can't get on stream, gang, and just chill out.
But that ain't none of your motherfucking business though. You feel me? So mind your business and niggas ain't your piece of nigga.
And if you're like any of us, you're probably thinking, okay, like Cenat's tripping, but you really can't play Switzerland or like, oh, I'm going to let these guys rock out when things are escalating to the level that they're escalating to and the levels of disrespect that you cannot come back from. Like I said, you can't come back from something that DDG did unless you just flat out are the first person to say, okay, this is done. But this is also another thing. DDG having gone there, I don't see that dude Reggie ever being cool with him. Like, sure, things may be polite and they may not keep going at each other, but they can never be cool after someone goes to that level. And Bendon, a comedian, a frequent host of Aiden Ross's boxing events, which are some great events, by the way, he calls out Cenat a little bit and he keeps it a buck. So I'm going to play you guys that clip.
my name. It's like my name be getting mentioned for no reason. Like,
What you mean your name get mentioned for no reason? You could have called this out 3-4 days ago, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Kai, you could have been called this beef off. You middle size between both of them. Hey, little bro, chill. Hey, big bro, chill. Like, you right there in the middle. Everybody like, where the Kai at? Kai the only person who can solve this right now. Kai is in a big triple XL chair on his streaming desk in a big crazy ass San Antonio house. Kai, you could have been into this beef, and I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna shut up. But you could have been into this now. You know. Reggie your partner, DDG your partner, I'm your partner. You could have came through, ended the whole junk. But all right.
And then Bendon replies to Cenat reacting to him with the following.
y'all get some brain cells, gang. Word to everything I love. I just said I spoke to that. He a grown ass man. I'm start spazzing on him.
Oh, why he mad? He mad for real. Calls out DDG and oh, he didn't like that. I know he didn't like that. I didn't even know I got clipped on that. I get it. Okay, well, I get it a little bit, chat. Because right there it looked like I'm just saying, Kai, you could have ended up. Well, I did say that, but that wasn't what the gist of it was. We've been. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you get mad at me. I'm just saying.
So it was really cool to see, because Bendon is somebody that really doesn't get clipped as maybe on TikTok, but on X and IG not as often as these other guys. So I think he finally realized, like, oh, this is what it feels like for people to take a small snapshot and then judge the full context of what I said. And then now it gets into a situation where Kai is upset with what I said when that's not, when if he heard the whole thing, he probably wouldn't have the same type of response. Yeah, the game is the game. And DDG, not only did he apologize to Lil Rodney's son, who I'm guessing he still has beef with, but he took it upon himself to also apologize to Cenat in this clip.
I think it is. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's certain things I can do without just saying my name. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So I'm not mad. Look, I'm not even. How do I change that?
I tried to box him.
Brought up an unnecessary play.
Very understandable. Very, very, very understandable. I ain't gonna lie, I don't. Like the beef or whatever, where Reggie is kind of like fading away. I have to do one last thing though. I have to. Like, I really want.
So this is where we got to look at it like, yo, DDG needs to get his credit. He's trying to keep the peace. He's trying to make sure everybody in streaming is cool. He was not the one that started this beef. And yeah, DDG is delusional a bit. Like when he gets into talking about like, yo, I'm the one that started this music stuff. I paved this way. Like, nah, you didn't. And maybe for sure, like all these content creators, and DDG's brother talked about this, how the biggest content creators right now in this space, in this particular space, came through DDG or came up watching DDG, Cenat being one of them. Yes, that's true. But Cenat also came up watching Roman Atwood and FouseyTube. So are we going to say that Cenat is under DDG or is he under FouseyTube and Roman Atwood? You see how it doesn't get sticky, but where do you start the influence and who drove you to become a content creator? Because Cenat was making content when DDG was making, like Cenat was like a little kid. He was 13 years old. And I would say he was certainly more inspired by Fousey and Roman Atwood. But he does have not just a degree. He has a lot of respect for DDG. So it's good to see them patch this up. And DDG showing maturity here, showing that he's after the number one thing, which is not just the clout, but the bag. And everybody gets money if everybody's cool. Yeah, beef makes money, but not if it's going to harm the relationships in which you would benefit more from if you were cool with than if you were beefing with. Like you beefing with Kai's people, that's not too great of a look. Now, if DDG's beefing with, I don't know, XQC or people on that other side of Twitch, which XQC is a bit of a hybrid now. I think he's moved closer to this side of Twitch than he used to be. But if DDG's beefing with that side, well, that means his whole audience is going to rally for him, and that's a benefit because he was never cool or working with that side anyway. So I think that's a good example of where, like, hey, beef benefits, and you could go as low as you want. Not that low, though. I don't really co-sign, like, the whole, like, dead family members thing. It's like, damn, dog, like, you're getting that far. That's the rapper in you, or the modern rapper in you. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Are you guys ever seeing these guys be cool? Or were they ever cool in the first place? I think it was somewhat of a just like a business professional relationship off rip. But now I don't ever see them being cool. But I do see them being cordial. Like, hey, look, play it cool while these things are going on. And I do think there is, like, DDG is somebody that doesn't get over beef. I think he is apologetic towards Cenat for sure. But when it comes down to the other guy, I think DDG is going to do it in a sly way. Like he said in a separate video, which I'm going to play you guys the clip right now, he's going to throw these events and invest a ton of money into them. And I think it's going to be who doesn't get invited to them is kind of like the shot that he takes at somebody, which I can kind of respect that. That's more of like a boss move type of thing than just throwing low blows.
I'm fin to start putting 6-figure budgets behind events. For all you niggas that beef with me or talk shit about me, don't even think you're going to be invited. You would not be even close to the premises.
Shazam!
And on that day, your views gonna be low. I'm gonna be the nigga to fuck your views count up, okay?
Shazam!
Cause I'm finna spend a baggy roni, and you ain't got a baggy roni. For the rest of the year, I'm gonna be investing. Y'all know I'm doing the love show this month. Boom. Probably gonna spend like a quarter for the order. You know what I'm saying?
But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.